Oh, hey YouTubers, what is going on? It is your boy once again, rko2582, here to make another video for my countdown series edition. And I'm gonna enjoy doing this countdown, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, you're gonna be surprised. It's my top 11 Nickelodeon shows that I enjoyed growing up back in the day. And this is only part one of my Nick edition of the countdown series. Part two will be about Nicktoons, just to let you know. Anyways, let's get this countdown underway. Alright, kicking off the countdown at number 11 is, remember this show? Get the Picture. Mike O'Malley, yep, he hosted this show. In my opinion, this game show was like the easiest game show ever. It's like all you do is just answer a couple of few questions. You have to, and then you see revealing of the pictures and stuff, and of course the highlight of the show, Power Surge. And I have to thank Nick Gass for making me like this show, because I didn't know this game show happened back in 1991 because I was like too young then. But once again, I wish Nick Gass would come back. But thanks to Nick Gass for making me like Get the Picture. Alright, we get on to number 10 on the countdown. It's Wild and Crazy Kids. Remember Wild and Crazy Kids? You had the three hosts. I grew up with, oh man, the 90s version was just, oh my god. And I did a little research that like the 80s one, the one with the really beginning, it was like, I'm actually glad they upgraded, because those three kids, I can't remember the names and stuff, but the 90s version I grew up on, you had Donnie Jeffco, Omar Gooding, oh my god, yeah, he was on Smart Guy too afterward, and Annette Chavez, and then later on she got replaced by that Jessica Gaines girl. But anyway, this show was actually pretty good. It was actually, they got to have kids do all these stuff like in malls, beaches, you name it. And my favorite Wild and Crazy Kids event of all time is the Human Battleship. Yeah, because they always be dumping, when you get hit, you get dumped with beans, and that's just nasty. And oh my goodness, too funny with that event. He's evil, I swear. Okay, number 9 on the countdown is Figure It Out. And I enjoyed this show too growing up. And Summer Sanders hosted this show, and she was awesome, and I just loved it. And of course, Danny Morelli and Laura Beth Denver made the Figure Out panel. Their antics were never old. It was always fun to watch, and I just enjoyed it very much. And you had all these kids going to show, and they have to guess what they do and stuff. And if they did that, they would try to win 3 prizes. So it was just great. It was great stuff, and I like that Jeffrey. Yeah, he was crazy dude. He's that. Okay, we get on to number 8 on the countdown. It's Cousin Skeeter, another one of my favorite shows growing up. I mean, Cousin Skeeter, who was the voice of Bill Bellamy, by the way, and he was just funny as hell. And Robert Richard and Megan Good were on the show too. If it wasn't for Cousin Skeeter, I would have not known who Robert Richard was, along with Megan Good. Before I looked back at that movie Friday when she was a young girl and stuff. But yeah, anyways, it was a good, funny show. I enjoyed it so much. I mean, and the opening, the theme song, that usually gets me pumped up. And at 7:02, yeah, those girls were good back in the day, music, 90s stuff, 90s forever. Okay, number 7 on the number 7 on the countdown is Make the Grade. Remember Make the Grade? Another show that I have to thank Nick Gass for me liking is because this game show was pretty much like Jeopardy for kids, you could say. And I enjoyed it, and I was like to answer all the questions along with them. And then they had 2 hosts like Rob Schneider, and of course my personal favorite, Rob Edward Morris. I don't care what anyone says about him. He was very charismatic, just as Lou Schneider was. But I heard that Lou Schneider left because of Hollywood was calling him up or something like that. But I thought Rob did a good job, taking his place. But anyway, and then you had question. Then you had the epic fire drill, and whoever won the game gets to go on to the honors round to win 600 more dollars, along with the 500 they won from the previous winning the game, and then a great grand prize at the end. It's fun. It's great. So I wish they would bring that back for this generation. I think it could work, but That's my opinion. Okay, number 6 is another all-time favorite, Nick Arcade. Remember Nick Arcade, people? Oh, damn. My boy Phil Moore, he was a charismatic game show host. Oh, yeah. And he was right up there next to my boy Mark Summers, who I would pop later on in this countdown. He was just, man, Phil Moore was just crazy, man. He was a crazy dude, and I loved him. So charismatic. And it was like, you have all these two teams, the red team and the yellow team, trying to play like games and stuff, and it's fun. And then you have to move Mikey in these type of mazes and stuff, and you have to go through obstacles, prizes or traps and all this stuff. And everyone's favorite part of the show, the video challenge, and sometimes I always be getting mad when I watch the show, and I'm like, you idiot! How can you not play Sonic right? Like, it's like, man, I wanted to be on that show growing up and show how them kids how it's supposed to be done, but sadly now the Nick Studios is no more since 2006. It's like, oh, I hate that it's gone. But yeah, I kind of wish they bring this back too. I think this could kind of work for this generation since the video game business is booming nowadays. Yeah, I think it could work too, but never know. All right, we get down to the top 5 on this countdown. All right, my number 5 is. Do you have it? Ooh, do you have it? Guts! Man, Guts, oh my god. Guts was the shit, man. I watched it, I know, from the very beginning, back in 92, 93, and then 94, and then, of course, when they had the Global Guts, around, like, the Olympics, the same year with the Olympics, and here in Atlanta. Yeah, that's good stuff. Good show. Michael O'Malley, once again, hosting. He was off the chain, man, Gus. He used to be commentating a lot too, and he wasn't even a sports guy. Or maybe he was from Boston, like this shirt here. But yeah, he was just, man, Michael O'Malley was just the man. He was the man. He was great. And of course, his sidekick in crime, his girl, More Corpse, or AKA Mo. Yeah, she was fine too. Yeah, I'm like, now looking back at her, I'm like, she's so fine. I'm like, for English, yeah, she was English, and I like that. So. Yeah, it was like American Gladiators for kids. You could pretty much say Gus wasn't. Yeah, and it's a great show. And then of course the big daddy of them all when they climb up the crag. And like the first, like they had the aggro crag in the early season, then you had the mega crag, and then in Global Guts they had the super aggro crag. Man, that crag did not do TV justice. It's like you had to actually be there to see what the crag was really like. It got harder too, so. Alright, that's my show, Gus. Number 4 is Legends of the Hidden Temple. Oh, God. Another one of my all-time favorites. I mean, you had, what's his name? Kurt Fogg, the host, and then Omac. Oh, God, it's legend stuff. And you had 16, the Red Jaguars, the Blue Barracudas, Orange Iguanas, the Purple Parrots, the Green Monkeys, and the Silver Snakes. And my personal favorite teams were, Green Monkeys, of course, they're like the happy-go-lucky team. They always get the job done. And Orange Iguanas, Red Jaguars, and I guess the Purple Parrots, I guess. Yeah, I think the Snakes were kind of like the least favorite team because usually they don't make it past the steps of knowledge. All right, like they used to do. Like they try to cross the moat like steps of knowledge, the temple game, and of course the epic temple run. Which sometimes when I watch teams go through the temple, they always make stupid decisions and stuff. And I always try to map out where to go and stuff. And I wanted to be on this show too so much back in the day, but sadly I won't. And it's just great memories, man. It's like you just getting pumped, and I always be shouting at the TV like you idiots! Like this does not take long to be in the shrine of the monkey, and I hate how that's still true. That it takes them forever just to make a damn monkey. It's like it's base, middle, head, down. Ugh, okay. All right, number 3 is Double Dare. Yep. I don't care what Double Dare is. I mean, Double Dare. It could be Super Sloppy, Family, maybe Double Dare 2000. But anyway. Double Dare, yeah, I enjoyed this growing up too. And back in the day when me and my sister used to have a old school Nintendo, we had Double Dare the game, believe it or not, before we, sold it away and stuff. But yeah, it was good. Yeah, good memories, man. Like you had two families, the red team and the blue team, trying to get questions, and then like if you didn't know what question, you had Double Dares and all that stuff. Physical challenges, pretty much the best part of the show. Along next to the epic obstacle course. It's just insane. I enjoy the Sunday slide like everybody else. That's an all-time favorite. Yeah, that's good stuff. Alright, we get down to the top two people, and you're gonna love what I'm about to say. Number 2 on the list is, oh, here it goes, Kenan and Kel. Oh, this show right here. This show brought joy to my heart. And I have so many memories from that show, man, watching the show. Me and my sister loved it so much. It usually makes us laugh our asses off. I swear to God, it's just, man, Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell. And I'm happy that this show worked because and they have such good chemistry, and I'm happy that they're friends in real life too. And I want them to have a reunion someday. Now that Kenan's lost all that weight now, and I think Kel's doing something right now. At least he's working. But anyway, I want them to have a reunion, and of course, yeah, it's just this show's good. And now we get on to the number 1 show. My favorite show growing up on Nick of all time is Stop, Look and Watch. Ready yet? Get set. It's All That. All That was, oh, yep. You heard me right. All That. The old school All That. The original cast, not the crappy one that went down the gutter during the mid-2000s. Yeah, the early one. Yeah, it had the original cast. Yeah, it was just, they were funny as hell. And my favorite skits was Coach Crean. Oh, the life I live is sad. And Super Dude. And Randy and Mandy, like, hi Randy, hi Mandy. It's funny. And I enjoy. And of course, my other favorite all time was that was me. I'm Repairman. Oh, you know. There's so many sketches I can remember, man. This show actually made you laugh your ass off, make you squirt milk out your nose and spit out water. It's that funny. And then I hate how they once the original cast members left, that's when it started to not care anymore. It went down the gutter. But I will always treasure the original version over that one. Okay, that's my top 11 Nick shows of all time. And don't forget part 2 of this countdown being Nicktoons edition. And I gotta say this too. Huge announcement. As you know, I just recently watched a promo on T-Nick that Kenan just did, and he had the sneak share and everything. He said, and the millions and millions of old school Nick fans like myself has been asking, demanding for this time, that the 90s are all that. Like, pretty much 90s Nick is making a comeback on Teen Nick. It's like it's going to be a block of all the shows we enjoyed growing up back in the day. It's amazing. This is the day I've been waiting for years. It's just great. It's like finally things are looking up. Things are looking up. So I have to thank Nick Cannon for asking, because he knows he grew up in that era. So it's just great. Great stuff. And I'm very happy. So anyways, this is the end of my countdown series Nick shows of all time. Alright. Once again, your boy rko2582's signing off. 90s Nick forever. Peace. Oh, before I forget, I gotta make a shout out to my boy V Decepticon, and I just want to say thank you, man. For giving me all your love and everything, and I'm happy you put me on your channels list, and I just recently put you on my channel list. So thanks again, man. And don't forget that that next Monday night on July 25th is when the 90s are all that block will come on Teen Nick. Just to let you know the money. Okay. Once again, peace and 90s Nick forever.